Welcome to the Development Appraisal template from Lotus. In this quick video, we're going to go through an example to show you exactly how to complete your appraisal and how it can be used again and again. First things first, you may get a message box up here that says Enable Content. Just click Enable Content. Now we need to input details of the project, beginning with the project name. I've got XYZ developments here. You can change that to suit your project. Next, we need to complete the development schedule, which includes the relevant details of the development project. We need to enter type, square foot per unit, estimated sales price per unit, and the number of units. So we'll just run through an example. First, we'll assume we have a project that has semi-detached units. There'll be 1,500 square feet each. Our estimated sales price, and there's 30 of those units. Next, we might assume that there's a terraced element, a little bit smaller. Sell for a little bit less. And there's 15 of those units. Now, if there was a second type of semi-detached unit, you might select a new line item and they might be a little bit bigger. But for the purposes of this exercise, we'll just leave it as is. Okay, so our project is a 45 unit development and this is our total projected sales. Once you're happy with that, we can go to costings. You'll get this message box, and if you're happy with the details, click yes. If not, click no and you come back and change. Okay. This is our costings page. This is separated into 6 different parts. We'll run through the example now. First of all, we've got site costs. Let's assume, for example, now, just for the purpose of this exercise, I'm just going to make generic figures. So, 1 million for the acquisition of the site, 1% for the legal costs, and 2% for the stamp duty. Next, estimated construction costs. Let's assume €125. And 5% for consultancy fees. Now, you'll notice that some of these input amounts are in euro and some of them are in percentage form. This is highlighted along the right hand side, so it should be easy to identify which is which. Okay, next we've got estimated statutory costs per unit. It's important to note that these are per housing unit. That means that for each housing unit in the development, these costs will apply. Okay, so once again, using generic figures, 1,000 per unit, 1,000 per unit, and just keep going. You'll have your figures at hand, so you'll just be able to enter them. And that. Okay, next we've got estimated statutory costs per development. This is for the whole development and will only apply once. Once again, just using generic figures for illustrative purposes. Okay, next we've got other construction costs. These are for costs that aren't necessarily captured up here, and you just want to flag them or raise a reserve. Okay, let's assume, for example, 25,000. I've got common areas in here. You may want to add in a few different line items by putting in a comma, but for the purposes of this exercise, I'll just leave it as is. Finally, we've got professional fees. This is important because it relates to the costs that are incurred at the back end of the project when you're looking to dispose of the units. So, let's say, for example, agent fees are 1% per unit, and that's 1% of the sales price. And marketing fees are 1,500 per unit, and legal fees are also 1,500 per unit. Okay. Once you're happy with this, you can click Generate Costings Report. Once again, you'll get a message box. Click yes if you're happy and no if you want to change something. This is your costings report. This is a line by line and it's itemized. What you'll see is the per unit costs have now been applied for each unit and you'll get a total costings down here. Next, we can generate our project cash flow. What that does is it gives us a profit before finance and tax costs, a margin on sales and a margin on costs right here. If you want, you can go back to the project by clicking here to change any details. Similarly, you can go to the costings page if you need to change any of the details. And if you're connected to a printer, you can click this icon here and it will print out a copy. Finally, if you'd like to send for approval or if you're seeking financing for a project, click this button here. It will bring you to our application page, and what it will ask you to do is input the location, the planning reference if applicable, the company name, the main contact, and the contact number. Save this template down and send it to contact@lotusigg.com, and somebody from the Lotus team will contact you. Now, you can use this template again and again. So what we can do is we can click on the Lotus Investment Group icon up here. It will bring us back to the front page. You can save it down as that project, and if you want to start a new project, you can click this reset button. That will clear out the template and allow you to use it again and again. Just make sure you save them down as different files. I hope this has been helpful. If you have any queries, please don't hesitate to contact Lotus Investment Group, and somebody will be at hand to help you. Thanks very much.